it gets cold out here, real cold.
There are days I do. There are days I do all right.
But you just keep going, you know? You find a way to survive another day.
One thing led to another, and suddenly the support just wasn't there anymore.
You're surrounded by people, but you've never felt more alone.
Note: to help viewers gain a clearer, more objective, and comprehensive understanding of the impact of social problems, we may use images from other areas with similar conditions and circumstances. If you live in or are present in Los Angeles, please share your observations and opinions in the comments section. These contributions will help us improve and update the content in future videos. Thank you very much. Los Angeles, the city of lights, of Hollywood, of glittering skyscrapers and the American dream. Its GDP reaches trillions of dollars annually. Beneath those lights, more than 72,000 people still face the greatest challenge: homelessness. Yet, for the first time in nearly 20 years, Los Angeles has seen a 2-year consecutive decrease in homelessness. Can you believe it? Today we will journey from the most hidden corners of Skid Row, through cold nights and harsh mornings, to see why the problem persists and, more importantly, how this city is changing every day. For every person, this is not a story of despair. This is a story of growing hope. Let's begin. Have you ever wondered how a wealthy city like LA is still facing such a large humanitarian crisis? For more than 75,000 people experiencing homelessness in 2024. But in 2025 it has dropped 4% to 72,308 people. According to the official point-in-time report of LAHSA, Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, July 14, 2025. Unsheltered decreased 9.5% countywide. This is the contrast between wealth and hardship. But it is also an opportunity to see positive changes. What do you think if you know that the city is leading with innovative solutions like Inside Safe, which has helped more than 3,000 people move from sidewalks into temporary and permanent housing? These efforts are truly bringing hope. Sunrise in Skid Row is not glorious. The sound of street cleaning trucks, the sound of luggage wheels, the sound of tents being folded, everything starts at 5 a.m. People have to clean up quickly before being fined or evicted. According to LAHSA 2025, there are still 26,972 unsheltered people in the city. But did you know that, thanks to Mayor Karen Bass's Inside Safe program, just in 2024 to 2025, more than 3,100 people have been moved from sidewalks into temporary and permanent housing. Hundreds of people each week are woken up not by police sirens, but by an invitation. Would you like to come indoors today? Can you imagine that feeling? When sunrise is no longer fear, but an opportunity to start over.
The homeless with employment class.
Did you know that 25 to 30% of homeless people in LA County today are still working regularly? They are janitors, security guards, warehouse workers, restaurant staff. They wear uniforms, work morning shifts, but return at night to sleep in cars or temporary tents. According to the USC Dornsife Center study published in July 2025, an average worker in Los Angeles has to work 90 hours a week just to afford a one-bedroom apartment rent. 90 hours. But this very group is being prioritized in the Pathway Home and LA RISE programs. In 2025 alone, more than 800 people have moved from homelessness to stable housing while keeping their jobs, according to Mayor Bass's report on July 14, 2025. Do you see it? They are not people who don't want to work. They are the ones carrying this entire city on their shoulders. In the temporary tent areas, a self-formed social structure has existed for a long time. There are people who guard belongings, people who keep watch at night, people who share food. That is how they protect each other when the official system is not yet strong enough to cover everyone. But did you know that in 2025, for the first time LAHSA recorded a sheltered increase of 8.5% countywide? That means more and more people are being brought into a safe shelter system. Those jungle laws are gradually being replaced by humane rules. And the most wonderful thing, those who once lived by jungle law are now becoming volunteers, guiding others into housing. Do you see the power of change from within? When the sun sets, Skid Row does not sleep. The sounds of cars, shouts, cries all mixed together. The biggest fear is not the cold, but loneliness and lack of safety. But did you know that in 2025, LA County expanded an additional 1,200 emergency shelter beds and 15 24/7 cooling centers? The Extreme Heat Action Plan 2025 helped reduce serious heat-related harm by 20%. According to the LA County Department of Public Health report, those dazed eyes under streetlights now carry less fear, because they know that just by calling 211 or going to a center, someone will take them indoors, even if only temporary. One night is no longer endless. Note: to help viewers gain a clearer, more objective, and comprehensive understanding of the impact of social problems, we may use images from other areas with similar conditions and circumstances. If you live in or are present in Los Angeles, please share your observations and opinions in the comments section. These contributions will help us improve and update the content in future videos. Thank you very much.
History and formation of the Rat Zone.
Skid Row did not appear by chance. From the 1970s, when the containment policy was applied, this area became a concentrated zone for homeless people. For decades, it was left neglected. But did you know that from 2023 to 2025, unsheltered in the city of Los Angeles has decreased by a total of 17.5%, the strongest two-year drop since records began, according to Mayor Karen Bass's report on July 14, 2025. Skid Row is gradually shrinking. Streets that were once rat zones are now being replaced by supported housing areas. Painful history is being rewritten, one brick at a time.
Rational policies and legal barriers.
The biggest barrier is not lack of money, but NIMBY mindset. Not in my backyard. Many residents oppose building social housing near their neighborhoods. But did you know that Measure HHH with $1.2 billion has built more than 12,000 housing units as of 2025, according to the LA Comptroller's report? And Measure A, 2024, is continuing to bring in hundreds of millions of dollars each year. For the first time, LA has enough resources to overcome the controversy. Would you be willing to support a social housing project near your home? Our change in thinking will determine the speed of the city's transformation.
Rental and housing price breakdown.
Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles in 2025 is $2,890 per month, according to the Zillow rental report of December 2025. An average income worker must spend 62% of their salary on rent. This is the root cause. But did you know that thanks to funds from Measure HHH and rental assistance from LASA, eviction rates dropped 10% in 2025? Thousands of families have kept their homes. Rent is no longer a death sentence. It is becoming a solvable issue. 25 to 30% of homeless people in LA County are facing serious mental health crises, according to LASA 2025. Addiction makes the situation even worse. But did you know that in 2025, the HUD Continuum of Care program invested an additional $21 million solely for mental health support and addiction recovery? Outreach teams reached more than 49,000 contacts. Opioid-related deaths decreased by 35% compared to 2023. People who were once abandoned are now being pulled back. One person once told me, "For the first time in 10 years, I sleep without needing medication." Do you see the power of caring?
Solutions that are currently successful.
And this is the most important part. Inside Safe, Mayor Karen Bass's breakthrough program, has moved more than 3,100 people from tents into housing in just 18 months. Pathway Home helps people transition from temporary to permanent housing. Measure HHH has completed more than 12,000 units. LA Rise has placed more than 1,800 people into stable jobs. Did you know that for the first time since 2005, sheltered increased 8.5% and unsheltered dropped at the strongest rate in history? This is no longer empty promises. These are real numbers. Real people who now have homes, jobs, and futures. Do you want to be part of this story? Los Angeles still has 72,308 people who need help. The problem has not disappeared, but for the first time in many years, we are moving in the right direction. 2 consecutive years of reduction. 17.5% unsheltered drop in 2 years. More than 27,000 people now have permanent housing. This is not a dream. This is reality happening right now, in 2026. Housing is a basic human right. Each of us can contribute a part. Share this video, support humane policies, volunteer, or simply look at homeless people with respectful eyes. Which action will you choose today? Thank you for spending 20 minutes with me to look deeply into Los Angeles. Not to see the pain, but to see hope growing day by day. See you in the next beautiful stories. Note, to help viewers gain a clearer, more objective, and comprehensive understanding of the impact of social problems, we may use images from other areas with similar conditions and circumstances. If you live in or are present in Los Angeles, please share your observations and opinions in the comments section. These contributions will help us improve and update the content in future videos. Thank you very much.